Oh man, so FANTOM is up another 3.5% or so today, despite Bitcoin being down about 1.3-ish%. This is crazy, and this decoupling continues now for another day. We've been covering this for many days here on this channel. In fact, we predicted it possibly happening because we could see that the layer 1 solutions were moving at a pace that Bitcoin was even flat horizontal, but the layer 1 solutions were moving. Now, interestingly, I've seen a resistance point on the FANTOM chart, which I need to make you guys aware of. I'm just out here chilling, having a little walk around, about to go for a bite to eat. But obviously, as Crypto says, if you see something in the charts, you have to stop what you're doing to make sure the community knows. So rightfully so, I've taken out my mobile. I'm bringing you this update because it's an important level. Seriously, guys, we need to watch on FANTOM. So a lot of you guys FOMOing in. I'm getting a lot of messages and more attention on some of these videos because people want to FOMO in. And I'm not going to tell you, yes, go do that FANTOM to the moon. That's not what we do on this channel, guys. So if you've discovered this video to kind of get some of this moon hype, it's not what we do on this channel. I'm going to show you the resistance levels. I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how you can start building an entry point. So if that sounds interesting, make sure you watch to the very end. Let's get straight into the charts, guys. And let's see if I can share, first and foremost, the Bitcoin chart. And sorry for my fat fingers on this mobile here. But first, the first and foremost, what we have to notice here is on Bitcoin, the 4-hour EMA ribbon continues to act as resistance, continues to put pressure on the price, and continues to suppress the Bitcoin price down on this floor level, which you can see between 45.5 and about 46.5 is where we're pressured in right now. And we can see we're trading currently at 46,300 here on Bitcoin. And until we get above this 47,850 mark, I'm going to have to continue to maintain a sideways to downward bias here on Bitcoin, and therefore normally that would mean some of our altcoins will struggle even more than the Bitcoin will, right? So if Bitcoin is down 1%, normally you'd expect altcoins to be down a multiple of that. But here we've continued to see this pattern of layer 1 solutions doing well, and FANTOM is a leading indicator of that. So let's head straight into the FANTOM chart, because as you can see here on the 4-hourly, we continue to go from strength to strength. It's just been amazing here on FANTOM. Remember, we broke this important level at $2.37. We even got the retest back down, beautifully bounced off our EMA ribbon and headed to new highs, which is headed higher here on FANTOM. Now, if we zoom back out just slightly here, guys, you can see we're now facing important resistance levels from this peak, which we saw in November, okay, guys? So this peak kind of categorized by $3.17, but really starting from about $2.96. This is a hotly contested area, and I suspect we'll be challenging to break through this level and sustain above this level without Bitcoin getting moving. So one thing I am looking out for is how long can this happen before we get a retracement? Look how parabolic this has been from the dips here, guys. This really has picked up, and it just shows that people are understanding that some of these competitive, strong, fundamentally sound layer 1 solutions need to be gobbled up, because this is the battleground for crypto moving forward. So really interesting here. One thing I do want to say is, see if I can flip over to my other FANTOM chart, is we're now approaching our really important resistance level here on our Fibonacci 1.272 level of $3.10. okay, so $3.10, we're currently sitting here at $3.03, so I'll fully expect us to have a little bit of a challenge here and not just blast straight through this. If we blast straight through this, guys, that is a really impressive sign, but I'm more than happy to see a correction down to our EMA ribbon, even down to 279, 280 level, even 275 is perfectly fine. Get a bounce from our EMA ribbon, build some strength, even slightly further down, guys, to be honest, even at $2.60 here, lying in with the top of this peak here. If we had a slight retracement down and rejected from this Fibonacci level, that's fine, and then we can push through higher through the 1.272 level, and then really I've got my eyes on the next level, the 1.414 of $3.43. Naturally, we'll be coming up against resistance at our all-time highs at 351-ish, and that's really exciting as well. But for my longer term target here is the golden ratio 1.618, which is your 3.91, and I fully expect us on FANTOM to be able to get there very soon. So really exciting times here for FANTOM, and more important, a lot of what our layer 1 solutions out here. So definitely one for me to be keeping an eye on over here are these layer 1 solutions. You guys know I'm bringing you coverage of FANTOM, I'm bringing you coverage of Cosmos, of Polkadot, of various other platforms out there, so we can stay on top of these platforms which are going to start to move at a multiple of Bitcoin, and that's what we want to do here on this channel. Now, one of the things I do want to address is FOMOing. We don't want to FOMO in this market, guys. Please, if there's one thing I can help you not do, is FOMO. I don't want you guys FOMOing. I want you guys having a strategic approach to entering FANTOM. So please, my favorite way of doing this is to make sure I've got my Fibonacci Fibonacci lines, right? I put my supports and resistances, I put my Fibonacci lines, and I make sure I look for areas at which the coins retrace back down to a level, because retracements always happen, right? Don't go chasing the pump, don't have green candle disease like so many people have, and need the market to have this kind of a pump on Phantom before you suddenly believe in it. Where were you when it was at $1.14? That's what we have to ask ourselves, and then we need to say, okay, maybe it'll never get to $1.14 again, but what's my conviction at? If it retraces to $2.50, am I in? If it retraces to $2.25, am I in? And when I say I'm in, I mean seriously, because think about it, if we're at euphoric levels here, we're at $2.90 and it retraces down at $2.50, $2.20, even down to $2, people are gonna be like, I told you so, I told you Phantom's rubbish. So when I say conviction, I mean it. And then set that out as a strategy, a clear strategy for when you're gonna enter, and wait for those retracements to enter in. I like to use the Fibonacci levels as they work well for me, plus horizontal support lines. If you wanna learn more about that, head into our Discord server, pin comment in the link below to head into our free Discord server. I've set up a channel there just to gauge the interest from you guys on a technical analysis course. If that's something you're interested in, some sort of a course, I've not figured out quite how we're gonna set that up just yet, but I just want to gauge the interest. If that's of interest to you guys, head over into there. It's going to be first come, first serve basis. I'm not going to take everybody on in the first go. We want it to be a small concentrated batch for the first batch. So head into there, comment interested if you're interested. Now, another question I get a lot is, how do you take profits, right? You've done well on a coin. A lot of people, I know a lot of you guys have been watching me for months now and have done really well on Phantom and various other coins. And I'm not speaking specifically about Phantom because I'm long-term holding it. That's what I'm doing. That's my conviction level. But for some people, you want to take profits, and there's nothing wrong with taking profits because nobody became broke taking profits. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Now, the way you want to do so, and the way I do so with taking profits, is I don't just wait for a certain price and then I'm all out, right? Just like how I dollar cost average in at key levels of horizontal support and resistance and Fibonacci levels, I'll do the same on the way out. So I normally set my Fibonacci retracements and extensions, and then I want to set the price points at which I want to come out from there. Okay, guys? So again, if you have any questions on that, message me in the Discord. More than happy to answer any questions there. But basically, you want to say, okay, if Phantom gets to $5 or $10 or $15, $20, whatever my price targets are that I set, and personally, I use support, resistance, and Fibonacci extensions. At those points, I want to exit this amount, this percent here, this percent here, this percent here. Or some people can take their original investment out and then let the rest ride. Okay, so lots of different ways you can do it. Feel free to ask me questions in the Discord if you have more specific questions around this. But hopefully you guys are building your conviction, because that's the key right now. And for me, I'm not thinking about taking anything out right now. I want to be entering. That's the key. I want to be having as much cash in these plays as possible. Right? All right, guys, I best stop for the Azan, which is the prayer announcement here. So catch you in the next video.